who have road rage. And the reason why I say this is because road rage is when you become unreasonably upset or angry when another motorist does not do well by you and others. So sometimes they could cut like right in front of you, or may not indicate on time, or may basically not observe the rules of the road, and it may be affecting you at that point, so you get upset, right? And you may shout, you may scream through your window, you could speed off suddenly, you could screech your tires, you could speak very abusive language to somebody. And the reason I'm saying this is, guys, it's good to educate ourselves on these things, because lives are taken in moments such as this. You see, road rage is an indication of poor emotional regulation and understanding. What it means is you are unable to control your temper, your emotions at that particular time when you consider that there's been crisis. The crisis being that somebody has offended you on the road in the manner in which they drive, because of how they drive. Fair enough. People will make mistakes on the road, but the more calmer we all are, if all of us are able to count up to 3, breathe in, breathe out, move on, because if you're shouting, you're stopping there, you're causing more scenes, creating more chaos. So my question is, why should you allow yourself to actually add to more harm by your actions on the road? It is precarious. What you're doing is adding to, the crisis. You're increasing the chances of danger on the road. And I'm saying this because, wow, a lot of people are affected by road rage to a point where lives are lost, But apart from that, just even the daily, when someone behaves irrationally like that on the road, where they're screaming or shouting because they are upset, what they're doing is they're upsetting many other people. You left your house, excuse me. You left your house, you were calm. You're on the road, someone cuts in front of you or shouts or hurls some form of abuse at you. That also impacts on how you're feeling at that moment. And you yourself could make a mistake and could cause an accident. You can hit another person, as a result of that. But apart from that, even if you do get to where you're going, like let's say you're going to the office or back home, that emotion that has happened, you transfer it onto others just by your appearance, your physical appearance. You could look upset. You could show that you're upset. Maybe you're handling clients wherever you're going. You could get there and your emotions are not, back to baseline. So you're not in a good space to work with people at that time. You may need to take a bit of time, away to just try and calm yourself down. So the reason I'm saying this, I've seen people affected by road rage and how people basically have been treated, in scenarios like this. So it's really important that we watch what we do. We watch what we say, God tells us to watch what comes out from our mouths. The Bible says the tongue, life and death are on the tongue. Basically, the power of the tongue, is something that we should be conscious of. We have so much power. There's life and death on the tongue. So when you're speaking, are you building or are you breaking? Ask yourself that question. Let's contribute to safe practice wherever we go. Let's be safe. Like, what's the point of shouting at somebody? You're shouting at somebody who's probably not in a great space mentally. So if you happen to be in a more coherent state, a calmer state, why not use that for good? God bless you. Have a good weekend.